2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin, a big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wilson. And complete to Zach Ertz. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the NFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Mahomes firing complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10 is Conner. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line is spent. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
sacked.
Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. He can't bring him down. And he's into the clear. And that's the obvious risk you run with a long field goal, lower trajectory, greater chance of having it blocked like it was.
And a lot more pressure on your protection team because, as you noted, longer field goal, it's going to come out a little bit lower. So that means you got to get those hands down and out of the lanes. That didn't happen.
Yeah, great job picking it up and giving them great field position. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now he'll escape to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping it from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the NFC will take over deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Dances by him. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. First throw now for the backup Breeze. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
To throw is Breeze. That's complete. Hooper. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Running with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Breeze now, eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First.
Ready? 5-8.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Breeze going to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the AFC is going to get the foot. Ball back in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the Sticks. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes gets it to Gordon. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you.
Stupid.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Defense.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half.
Give it a ball!
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. interception. They turn it into 6 points. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man, it's Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 19. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Gets this one to Hill. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They complete it to Hill. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
There was no...
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense making their way back out. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as he'll quickly head back onto the field. Stays on his feet. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Elliott. He juked him. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one good for 21 yards. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Steps away. That's caught. It's Thomas. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll buy some time right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Rodgers looking to throw.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
And this will be a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC.